We get home and we're super busy, we're super connected, and it kind of, the day just disappears, and suddenly we go, oh, I was planning to go to bed early, but I haven't.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with another goal from Tom's Daily Goals, and that is sleep. And no better person to be joined by Dr. Guy Meadows, Clinical Director of the Sleep School and fellow author of the Sleep book. So, all things sleep.
Thank you.
And how important is sleep? I know for me, I have a bit of a talent of sleeping absolutely anywhere, anytime. Just lay me down, sit me up, put me in a cool, dark room, I'll sleep. But it's not the case for everyone, is it?
No, definitely not.
Oh, no.
And that's what we do at the Sleep School. We help people to sleep better, to live better, because a lot of people really struggle now to sleep well.
And what are your top tips for being able to sleep? Because I know my husband Lance is absolutely awful when it comes to sleeping. So what can we do to sleep better?
Do you know, one of the first things is actually just to make sleep a priority in
Okay.
our lives, which sounds a bit strange, but
Yeah.
so many of us nowadays, we get home and we're super busy, we're super connected, and it kind of, the day just disappears, and suddenly we go, oh, I was planning to go to bed early, but I haven't.
And it's like midnight.
And it's midnight.
Yeah.
And then we still have to wake up at the same time. And so, but we've sort of cut short the amount of time available to, 6 hours, when actually, so just making it a bit of a priority in our life is really important.
And how long should you actually sleep for?
It's a good question. So the majority of us need 7 to 8 hours.
Okay.
But there is a range. So, and that could be, some people need as little as 4 or as much as 12, but
Really?
that's a tiny percentage of the population.
Okay.
So the best way to know whether you're getting enough sleep for your biological sleep need is whether you wake up feeling refreshed.
Okay, yeah, because there's some days where I literally could sleep for 9.5, 10 hours, but often wake up feeling a little bit more lethargic. Is that oversleeping or too much sleep, or or not enough still?
Well, that brings into another really interesting element about sleep at the moment, is we have something called social jet lag going on at the moment, which is basically where you get all of the symptoms of jet lag, so sort of insomnia or nausea or confusion, your sort of brain fogginess, etc.
Yeah.
But it's because you've been sleeping perhaps at the wrong time for you.
Oh.
And so many of us will perhaps shorten our sleep during the week and then lie in on the weekend. And that sort of lie-in pushes our circadian rhythm, that sort of natural biological rhythm that keeps sleep and wake on time, out of sync. Which means that we'll all know it, where if we sleep too much, we can wake up feeling groggy.
Yeah.
Almost as if we got.
So you're better off keeping the same bedtime, having a routine to be able to just stick to and feel like you're plodding along nicely. Is that the plan?
One of the, it is kind of a boring piece of sleep advice, but it is the most fundamental, that we have this internal body clock that keeps every biological process on time, and so the more you can go to bed and get up at the same time every day, the more you strengthen that rhythm, and therefore the better your sleep will be.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I go to a diving competition, or if I'm going to doing something like, I don't know, for example, if people have got an exam the next day or a big day at work, a job interview, whatever it may be, and you're laying in bed and you are feeling anxious and all you can think about is, I don't know how small, this is what Lance does, he thinks about the size of the Earth and how insignificant it is and the size of the galaxies and universe and all that solar system. What is your advice to be able to just try and switch off? What can we do?
Yes, I think this is a really important point. So the research that we've done at Sleep School shows that life stress, work stress is the biggest factor that keeps people awake.
Okay.
It stops people from falling asleep, wakes them up in the middle of the night, and it's because our mind is racing all over the place, and it just wants to, like you're saying, it's either worrying about something completely uncontrollable,
irrelevant,
or it's actually focusing on that presentation you've got to give. So it's all about how can we calm our mind down, and what we've been doing is pioneering the use of mindfulness and acceptance for managing chronic insomnia. And so what that does is it teaches you to have a little bit of perspective on your thinking mind, because often what people will do is they fall into the trap of trying to stop their thoughts. And if the more you try to stop them, basically the bigger and stronger they become, and they bring their friends in with them as well. And suddenly you're like, ha!
Yeah.
So it's about learning how to notice them mindfully and let them pass.
Okay, like acknowledging your thoughts, but not letting them control you.
I can take you through a little
Yes,
routine.
let's do it. Let's get me to sleep. Yeah, I'm ready.
We'll perhaps not get you to sleep, but we'll just
relax me.
Yeah. So the first thing to do is you can close your eyes or just
I'll close my eyes.
And just notice the movement of your breath. So you don't even need to change your breath in any way. So you don't need to breathe deeply. You're just actually noticing what it's doing.
It's going up and down.
Yeah. And you may notice one part, such as that rise and fall of your chest, or perhaps the air rushing in and out of your nose. But crucially, as you do it, you may notice that your mind suddenly wanders off. It wanders off onto a thought, a worry, an image, a memory. And when it does that, I'd like you just to thank it. Thanks, thinking mind. But I'm going to let you go and come back to my breath again. And if your mind wanders off again and again, you just bring it back and again and again. So you're just learning to notice the thoughts which will come in, which are perfectly normal, and let them pass. All the while just lying here, resting, being still, and getting in the right space for sleep. Great. You can open your eyes.
I mean, I'm feeling very, very relaxed now. You know, that is true though. You do find yourself, even though you're just, if you sit yourself down and have to think about nothing, or just lay there, think about your breathing, your thoughts will just go crazy most of the time. So like acknowledging them, saying, okay, yeah, I thought that. Yeah. See you later.
It's one of the biggest challenges if you set yourself up to have a blank mind, you know, or to have a body free of anxiety. Well, then
it's not going to work.
No, exactly.
Wow. Well, that is like for me, when you do those things where you can just lay there and just almost, sometimes I lay on my bed and I try to feel every part of my body sinking into the mattress, for example.
Yeah. So doing like a body scan type.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, again, a really helpful tool to helping you fall back to sleep. But I guess one of the most important bits of advice that I give people is that if you can't sleep, actually just stay in bed and rest.
Yeah.
Rest is a really good second place.
Rest and recovery is what we need. And well, you know, I feel, again, enlightened by all this sleep knowledge that I now have. So thank you very much for coming and joining us we're in the news building. Slightly different scenario. We're not quite in a bedroom like with a bed. You'd think we'd have a bed here, but we don't, even though we're talking about sleep. So I hope you enjoyed all of those goals that I've been talking about over the last 7 days. Don't forget Tom's Daily Goals is available, and also, of course, the sleep book is available. All the details will be in the description box below. So yeah, make sure you subscribe and enjoy the book.